Good evening, everyone. I first want to thank OPA for allowing us to partner with them for this event. When I took over a year and a half ago, one of my goals was to increase the visibility of the foundation, and I appreciate the opportunity to partner with OPA so that you guys can learn more about CFP. So the Canadian Foundation is very proud to play a very important role in the advancement of pharmacy practice today. And I'd like to take an opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors who have made tonight's awards possible: Shoppers Drug Mart Loblaws and Pfizer Canada. Our first award, as Justin said, is the Wellspring Pharmacy Leadership Award in honor of Barb Wells. This award program began 14 years ago when the foundation was approached by Sandra Aylward, who on behalf of Barb's friends wanted to do something to recognize the contribution that Barb had made to the lives of and the profession of pharmacy. Thanks to many who made contribution and the CFP board members who enthusiastically supported this recognition, the Wellspring Pharmacy Leadership Program was born. This award was initially about remembering Barb and celebrating the contribution she had made to many lives, personally and professionally. However, it is clear that Barb and her friends and colleagues have created a legacy. To date, CFP has awarded 36 Wellspring grants to pharmacists with a range of initiatives that foster personal development and leadership through study, experimental learning, and mentorship. On behalf of the Foundation, I would like to express my thanks to the Wellspring Committee, Sandra Aylward, who started this, Jane Farman, Farrell McKenzie from the PEI Pharmacists Association, Rita Wynn, Level Drugs, who's also a board member, and the chair of our awards and granting committee, Nancy Waite, and the rest of our board members who supported their choices. At this point, I'd like to introduce Nancy Waite, chair of the awards committee, to present these awards. Dr. Waite is a professor and associate director, clinical education at the University Waterloo School of Pharmacy. She has worked in Canada and the US as a practicing pharmacist and a faculty member. She is the co-founder of OPEN, the Ontario Pharmacy Evidence Network, a research program that examines current and emerging medication management services. My God, that's a mouthful. Her research focuses on improving vaccine uptake through expansion and optimization of pharmacy as an immunization partner. Please welcome Nancy.
Thank you. I'm sure the people at OPA can also echo the sentiment that it is no easy task to pick these award winners because there are many, many deserving individuals. And the Wellspring Award, particularly because it does recognize Barb, we spend a lot of time really understanding and reading what these people write and what their goals are in terms of leadership and how they'll contribute to the profession. So it was no easy task to select the recipients from our many qualified applicants, but I am pleased to announce this year's recipients of the Wellspring Awards, who will each receive $3,500. I'm pleased that they are, and one thing is these are all individuals from across Canada, and in fact, none of our recipients for this are from Ontario, so they are not here tonight. However, they each have contributed video that we'll be able to show you to recognize the work that they're going to be doing. So our recipients are Alex Tang, Tristan Lai, and Amy Randall. So I'm going to give, we're going to queue up the videos in just a second. I'll do the bio for each of them just to give you a bit of background of where they work and what they do, but then we'll hear from them as to their thoughts on winning this award. Okay, we will move to that one. So the first recipient we'll talk about is Tristan Lai. He graduated from the University of Alberta's Faculty of Pharmacy. He later obtained additional prescribing authorization from the Alberta College of Pharmacy, which we are still all jealous of. Tristan is currently a lecturer at UBC, and he is also responsible for building the faculty's capacity for community-based experiential learning. As a practicing pharmacist, Tristan is experienced in working alongside underserved communities. As an educator, Tristan is passionate about fostering and creating inclusive learning spaces that acknowledge, respect, and celebrate diverse student identities and experience. He's committed to the lifelong learning and lifelong unlearning and relearning of justice by actively engaging in an ongoing reflection of his identities.
Thank you so much to the Canadian Foundation for Pharmacy for the Wellspring Pharmacy Leadership Award. I'm very humble and honored and privileged to have received this award, and this funding will go towards me taking the LGBTQ plus leadership program at Harvard University. This funding is particularly important as it will help me upskilling myself as a queer pharmacist, but also as a queer educator, and better prepare myself in serving my communities, but also educating the next future generation of pharmacists. So thank you very much for this award.
As a pharmacy manager on the Sunshine Coast, that always sounds so nice, doesn't it? In the Lower Mainland. His current academic endeavors include creating practicum opportunities for students in non-traditional practice settings and co-leading the Pride RX initiative, which aims to create one of Canada's first SOGI, sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression, inclusive pharmacy curriculum. Through the Wellspring Leadership Grant, Alex hopes to hone his leadership skills as an LGBTQ plus professional through, guess what, the LGBTQ Leadership Program at Harvard University. And so Alex and Tristan are working together on this initiative, and we're really excited to recognize both of their work.
I'm honored and humbled to receive the Wellspring Pharmacy Leadership Award. Winning this award means a lot to me, not just as a pharmacist, but as someone who earlier in my career didn't see anyone like me reflect in practice. Today, this recognition is a reflection of the progress we are making towards a more inclusive profession, where everyone can bring their full authentic selves to the table, regardless of how they identify. With this Wellspring grant, I will be attending the LGBTQ plus leadership program at Harvard University, where I'll be able to grow as a leader and influence positive change. Ultimately, my goal is to continue to advance towards LGBTQ plus health education in pharmacy so that future generations of pharmacists can provide comprehensive healthcare to our two-spirit, queer, and trans communities, bridging a healthcare gap in our society. Thank you so much for this honor again.
And our last recipient of this award we'll be celebrating tonight is Amy Randall. Dr. Amy Randall graduated from the opposite side of the coast, from Memorial University in Newfoundland, with both a bachelor's degree and a master's in pharmacy. She went on to complete her PharmD through the University of Toronto while continuing to practice in a variety of community settings, including rural, urban, and specialty pharmacy. Through teaching courses with the Kenyon College at the Pharmacy Technician Diploma Program, she discovered that she loved teaching. So in March 2022, she went on to become a faculty member at MUN School of Pharmacy. And based on a desire to learn more about professional governance and become more engaged with her profession, she joined the Newfoundland and Labrador Pharmacy Board, where she has served as a pharmacist representative. She's thrilled and honored to be one of 2024's Wellspring Leadership Award recipients and intends to use the grant money to help fund studies towards a graduate diploma in pharmacy leadership. Congratulations, Amy.
Hello from Newfoundland and Labrador. My name is Amy Randall, and I just wanted to start off with a huge thank you to the Wellspring Award donors for their generosity in making this grant possible. I'd also like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the members of the Wellspring Award Committee for selecting my application to fund. So a little bit about me. I graduated from Memorial University with my bachelor's in pharmacy in 2010, and then went on to community practice for a few years in rural Newfoundland. I returned to MUN in 2013 to start a master's in pharmacy, and following completion of that, I went on to complete the PharmD for Pharmacists program through the University of Toronto, while continuing to practice in a rural community setting. So by the time I finished my PharmD, I had a pretty good idea that I wanted to get involved in teaching and research. So I ended up making the move to the city where all the teaching and the research was happening. So at this point, I took on a part-time teaching position at a local community college in the pharmacy technician training program. And I also took a second part-time position at McKesson Specialty Prescription Services. And then I realized two things. First of all, I absolutely adored teaching. And second, I really enjoyed the clinical pharmacist-like feel of my position at McKesson. Now, don't get me wrong, I very much enjoyed my community practice up until this point. But what I really liked about McKesson is that it allowed me more opportunity to sit down and connect with my patients and thoroughly discuss their therapy, as well as the opportunity to reconnect later on in their journey and help them troubleshoot any issues that they may have been having. So one day a colleague of mine emailed me and told me that there was a faculty position opening up at MUN, and if I was interested in making the leap to academia, now was the time to apply. So I did. And in March 2022, I started my full-time teaching position at Memorial University. And this was with the understanding that a lot of the faculty members there were engaged in clinical practice and research as well. So I was thinking this has the potential to check all of my career boxes. Now, what I didn't realize is that a lot of these specialized clinical pharmacist positions are highly coveted and not as ubiquitous as I had originally thought. Based on current organizational structure, with the health authority that MUN partners with, most of the specialized clinics are actually physician or nurse practitioner led, as you can imagine. And some clinical disciplines actually don't even have a pharmacist dedicated to their team. I'd like to help change that. But as the Chinese proverb goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So my single step is to put the Wellspring Award grant money towards tuition for completion of the Graduate Diploma in Pharmacy Leadership Program offered through University of British Columbia. The Graduate Diploma in Pharmacy Leadership Program is an online program designed to equip aspiring and existing pharmacy leaders with foundational organizational and leadership knowledge and skills to help ease their transition into leadership positions in a variety of different settings, including administrative, academic, primary care, regulatory roles, and so on and so forth. So it's comprised of 5 online courses that cover a variety of pharmacy leadership topics, but also curates opportunities to network with like-minded peers and consult with a professional coach. Now, in addition to making a meaningful contribution to pharmacy practice in my local area, I anticipate the completion of the Graduate Diploma in Pharmacy Leadership will also have an impact on my teaching. One of my favorite sayings is, "We teach what we know, but we reproduce what we are." So this is highly meaningful to me as a parent, but also as an educator, because I firmly believe that taking the time and putting in the effort to develop my personal leadership potential will certainly make me more effective as a pharmacy educator and undoubtedly give me the knowledge and experience I need to help cultivate those same skills and qualities in my students moving forward, and hopefully allow them to help meet their leadership potential. So thank you again for making me one of this year's Wellspring Award recipients. I'm truly honored. Thank you.